Guess what really drives Ryan's World popularity? Ryan Koji, a dynamic figure in the world of children's entertainment, has made quite a splash with his engaging product line, Ryan's World. This vibrant brand features everything from fun toys to colorful clothing that kids absolutely love. You can find these products at major retailers like Walmart and Target, making them easily accessible for families. The magic of Ryan's World lies in its connection with children who adore Ryan's energetic YouTube videos, where he unboxes and reviews toys. This not only entertains kids, but also creates a sense of belonging and excitement around his brand. Ryan's ability to engage his audience and promote creativity through play is key to his success. With his products, parents can provide their kids with high-quality, enjoyable items that encourage imaginative exploration. So, have you checked out Ryan's World yet? It's taking the toy market by storm. You might be shocked to learn that discover Sweden's festivals. Why are they so special? Sweden is a country rich in traditions, and its vibrant festivals offer a unique glimpse into the heart of Nordic culture. One of the most celebrated events is Midsummer, held around the longest day of the year. During Midsummer, people come together to dance around maypoles adorned with flowers, sing traditional songs, and indulge in delightful dishes like herring and new potatoes. Then there's Lucia Day, celebrated on December 13th, marking the arrival of light in the darkest winter months. On this day, an enchanting figure dressed in a white gown with a wreath of candles conducts processions, filling the air with sweet melodies sung by children and community members alike. Don't overlook Walpurgis Night on April 30th, a lively celebration that welcomes spring with bonfires and spirited singing. These festivals go beyond mere entertainment. They serve to connect individuals to their history, nature, and one another. Whether you're donning a flower crown at midsummer or participating in a Lucia procession, you're stepping into a rich tapestry of Swedish heritage, where these cultural celebrations brighten the long winters and create unforgettable summer memories. Have you ever looked up at the stars? When lying down and gazing upward, you're staring into a vast cosmic void that holds countless mysteries. Our planet, Earth, is like a cozy home thanks to gravity, a powerful force that keeps us firmly anchored to its surface. Sir Isaac Newton's law of universal gravitation explains this phenomenon, showing us how objects attract each other based on their mass. Imagine what would happen without this invisible force. You would simply drift away into the emptiness of space. This idea encourages us to ponder the balance of the universe and our tiny but significant place in it. The cosmos is filled with stars, planets, and galaxies, stretching beyond what our eyes can see. It reminds us of both our fragility and the extraordinary laws of nature that allow life to flourish on Earth. So the next time you lie back and look up at the night sky, remember how gravity keeps you grounded and connected to everything around you. Doesn't it make you wonder about what else is out there? Canada's lakes are a freshwater treasure trove. With an astounding 3 million lakes, Canada boasts more lakes than any other country combined. This incredible fact means that almost 60% of Canada's total area is covered by water. The sheer size and number of these lakes contribute to Canada holding 20% of the world's freshwater reserves. These sparkling lakes are not just beautiful, but they also play a crucial role in the ecosystem, supporting countless species of fish, birds, and other wildlife. In the summer, people flock to these pristine waters for activities like swimming, fishing, and kayaking, while in the winter they transform into magical settings for ice skating and snowshoeing. Not to mention, these lakes are vital for local communities, providing drinking water and supporting industries like tourism and fishing. So next time you think about the great outdoors, remember that Canada has some of the largest, cleanest sources of fresh water on the planet. Have you ever experienced the beauty of a Canadian lake? What if I told you sea lions are vocal maestros? These fascinating marine mammals don't just lounge on sunny beaches, they create a cacophony of sound that resonates along rocky coastal breeding grounds. Each sea lion colony becomes a vibrant stage where more than 30 distinct vocalizations, from deep growls to sharp squeals, fill the air. These sounds serve crucial roles in their social structures, defending territory, attracting potential mates, and calling for young pups. During the intense mating season, dominant males claim their space, establishing fortress bars on the beach where they bellow continuously to fend off rivals and assert their dominance. Amid this lively atmosphere, pups learn to distinguish the unique vocal fingerprint of their mothers, allowing them to reunite in the bustling crowd. Surprisingly, research reveals that the calls of sea lions can develop regional dialects, akin to human accents, indicating that vocal traditions are inherited from one generation to the next. This intricate language isn't just noise. It fosters social bonds, identifies individuals, and serves as a cultural legacy in the sea lion community. This might surprise you. Vultures are nature's eco-engineers. These remarkable birds serve as the frontline sanitation workers of our ecosystems, maintaining balance by consuming decaying carcasses. Equipped with powerful stomach acid, can dissolve deadly pathogens like anthrax, cholera, and botulism without being harmed themselves. When a carcass begins to rot, these avian recyclers swoop in to neutralize the threat, transforming disease-ridden flesh into harmless biomass in just hours. Their digestive system is so effective that even their droppings are less toxic than those of many other scavengers. But vultures do more than just eat. Their guts host a unique community of microbes that further aid in breaking down the putrid meat. Without vultures, ecosystems would face a devastating accumulation of carcasses, potentially leading to bacterial outbreaks and vermin infestations. Conservationists now recognize vultures as keystone species, essential for biodiversity and public health. Their decline in certain areas has already resulted in alarming spikes in disease, highlighting the need for awareness and protection. These misunderstood birds aren't grotesque. They are guardians of ecological balance. Surprising wedding fact: expensive ceremonies can lead to divorce. A study from Emory University revealed that couples who splurge on their weddings are more likely to face divorce down the road. It turns out that when couples blow over $20,000 on their big day, they often find themselves struggling to keep their marriage intact. Why is this? One reason is financial stress. Starting a marriage with a heavy wedding debt can create tension and conflict early on, which is a common trigger for divorce. Instead of spending a fortune on a lavish celebration, couples might find that investing in their relationship, like taking a thoughtful honeymoon or even setting aside money for shared goals, builds a stronger foundation. This insight shifts the focus from a flashy wedding to nurturing the love and connection that truly matter. So maybe it's time to rethink that over-the-top celebration and consider what really counts when embarking on a lifelong adventure together. Believe it or not, a horse was worth $70 million. Fusaichi Pegasus holds a special place in horse racing history as one of the most expensive horses ever sold. After an impressive victory in the 2000 Kentucky Derby, this thoroughbred captured the hearts of many, attracting attention not just for his talent, but also for a jaw-dropping auction price. At $70 million, Fusaichi Pegasus became a symbol of the immense value placed on elite racehorses and the glamour of thoroughbred racing. His successful racing career included multiple wins and accolades, paving the way for a lucrative future in breeding. Fusaichi Pegasus sadly passed away in 2023 at the age of 26, leaving behind a legacy that resonates throughout the equine world. His story highlights not only the excitement of horse racing, but also the passion that fans and owners have for these magnificent animals. So what drives such astounding sums in the horse racing industry? Is it merely talent, or is there something deeper at play? What if I told you Kodlandans are trendsetters? Kodlandans participate in one of the world's most innovative systems. Their unique approach to community-driven initiatives has made waves across the globe. This system encourages creativity, collaboration, and sustainable practices, allowing citizens to shape their environment actively. In Kodland, projects often arise from the grassroots level, meaning everyone has a voice in the decision-making process. For example, local groups often implement renewable energy solutions and eco-friendly farming techniques, fostering a greener future. Moreover, the community frequently hosts workshops to share skills and knowledge, ensuring everyone benefits from this innovation culture. By embracing technology and engaging citizens, Kodland is setting a powerful example of how collective effort can lead to transformative change. Isn't it inspiring how a community can work together to build a brighter tomorrow? Why exactly does chess have a world champion? The first official World Chess Championship took place in 1886, marking a monumental moment in the history of the game. This championship featured German chess master Wilhelm Steinitz and his American challenger, Johannes Zukertort, battling it out in a series of matches. Steinitz emerged victorious, claiming the title and establishing a formal recognition of chess as a competitive sport. Before this event, chess was played for fun, and victories were often informally acknowledged. The championship changed the landscape, setting a standard for future contests and allowing players worldwide to aspire to the title. Today, the World Chess Championship continues to captivate fans, showcasing not just the mastery of strategy and tactics, but also the rich tradition of the game that began over a century ago. Who will be the next champion? Why exactly does Cleopatra fascinate us today? Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, reigned in 30 BC, making her just a heartbeat away from the modern world when compared to the ancient pyramids built around 2600 BC. This shocking timeline reveals that Cleopatra lived closer to our time than to when the Great Pyramid of Giza was constructed. Imagine her walking through a world where these monumental structures were already over 2,500 years old. This fascinating contrast invites us to rethink how we view history. Cleopatra was not just a queen in a distant past. She was a savvy diplomat and a captivating figure who navigated the complexities of Roman politics. Her story is filled with drama, power struggles, and intrigue, drawing us into a rich tapestry of life that connects us to the ancient world. Isn't it amazing to consider how the time between us and her is just a blink in the grand timeline of history? Is it really true that soldiers wear the same underwear for months? The answer might surprise you. In 2005, the Ministry of Defense introduced a unique measure for military personnel, requiring some soldiers to wear antimicrobial underwear for extended periods without washing. This specialized fabric is engineered to combat bacteria and reduce the risk of infections during grueling missions in extreme conditions. While the idea of wearing the same garment for months may seem uncomfortable, this innovative approach prioritizes the health of soldiers. The antimicrobial properties allow for a safer experience in challenging environments where hygiene can be tough to maintain. Though comfort might take a back seat, the goal is to keep soldiers focused and ready, preventing illness and enhancing their performance. So next time you think about military gear, remember that sometimes science and necessity lead to surprising choices. Ever thought about why bees are nature's sweet creators? It's a captivating process that involves teamwork and remarkable skills. To create a single kilogram of honey, bees have to visit nearly 1 million flowers. Each bee embarks on its journey to collect nectar, the sugary liquid produced by flowers that is essential for honey making. Using their long tongues, bees draw up this nectar, storing it in a special pouch called the honey stomach, which is distinct from their regular stomach used for digestion. Upon returning to the hive, the bee regurgitates the nectar, passing it on to fellow worker bees. These bees play a vital role in converting nectar into honey. They spread it across the honeycomb and vigorously fan it with their wings, accelerating the evaporation of excess water. This process thickens the nectar into the sweet substance we love. Honey isn't just a tasty treat, it's crucial for bees, particularly during the cold months when food is scarce. The next time you savor that luscious honey on your breakfast, think of the remarkable journey, an entire colony of bees collaborating tirelessly, all for that delightful jar on your table. Why did Norway create the world's largest ice cream cone? In Norway, a jaw-dropping ice cream cone was built, towering at an incredible height of 10.1 feet. This enormous treat required a staggering 201 pounds of biscuit and 132 pounds of rich chocolate coating just to build the structure. But that's not all. The creamy filling took a whopping 1,080 liters of fresh cream, making it a dream come true for ice cream lovers. To add a sweet twist, the monumental cone was topped with 88 pounds of delicious maple syrup, creating an irresistible combination that dazzled onlookers. This delightful project not only showcased incredible culinary skill, but also drew attention from around the world. Perfect for a summer celebration or a daring Guinness World Record attempt, this giant cone certainly brought joy and laughter to everyone who witnessed it. Have you ever thought about the logistics of creating such a massive dessert? It's a tasty reminder that creativity knows no bounds, especially in the world of treats. Why do some people have spiral-shaped belly buttons? This peculiar trait, often seen as an anatomical oddity, occurs in a small portion of the population. Spiral-shaped belly buttons, or umbilicus, can appear as a unique swirl instead of the more common oval or round shapes. While you might think this difference is linked to health concerns, researchers assure us that it poses no risk whatsoever. The shape of a belly button is determined mainly by the way the umbilical cord was secured at birth. In some cases, the skin may heal in a spiral pattern, creating this interesting appearance. It's important to remember that human bodies come in all shapes and sizes, and these variations help celebrate our individuality. Some people might find their spiral belly buttons to be a conversation starter or a fun fact to share with friends. So the next time you see a belly button that's a little different, you can appreciate it as a unique reflection of human diversity. Discover Australia's staggering sheep population today? After China, Australia stands out with around 100 million sheep, making it a sheep-raising powerhouse. These woolly creatures have a major impact on the country's economy, especially because Australia is one of the top producers of wool globally. The vast stretches of land, perfect for grazing, provide an ideal environment for these sheep to thrive. Interestingly, Australian sheep farming also emphasizes sustainability, with farmers employing careful management practices to balance animal health and environmental responsibility. Besides wool, sheep are also valued for their meat, contributing to the delicious lamb dishes enjoyed worldwide. This impressive sheep population not only supports local communities, but also plays a vital role in Australia's agricultural identity. Can you imagine such a huge flock roaming the outback? Why exactly does Comic Sans get so much hate? This quirky font, designed by Vincent Connor in 1994, was inspired by the handwritten text common in comic books. With its playful curves and informal look, Comic Sans aimed to bring a casual flair to digital text. However, this font has faced significant backlash over the years, as many see it as overly casual for professional settings. Critics argue that its frequent misuse in serious communications dilutes the intended message and creates a sense of unprofessionalism. Interestingly, despite the criticism, Comic Sans has a dedicated fan base that appreciates its charm and readability, especially for children and those with learning disabilities. The question remains, can a font really be hated, or is it simply the way we use it that gives it a bad reputation? Believe it or not, magazines shaped women's roles in the 1950s. During this time, many publications offered advice for wives on how to create a welcoming home. They suggested that greeting husbands with a smile and having a warm dinner ready were essential for maintaining a peaceful family atmosphere. This portrayal reinforced traditional gender roles, promoting the idea that a quiet, compliant wife was the key to a harmonious household. These articles often prescribed specific behaviors for women, implying that their primary responsibilities were domestic. While some women found this guidance helpful, most realized that these expectations were based on outdated stereotypes. Today, society recognizes the importance of both partners sharing responsibilities at home, and the roles within families have evolved significantly. The 1950s advice may seem archaic now, but it reveals just how far we've come in understanding equality and partnership. Ever thought about why mosquitoes have such different diets? It's true. While male mosquitoes happily sip nectar like little flower-loving butterflies, female mosquitoes turn to a much darker pursuit when it's time to lay their eggs. They seek out blood, which provides essential nutrients for their developing offspring. This gruesome necessity explains why you often find these annoying buzzers hovering around during warm summer nights, drawn to your skin. In an unexpected twist, mosquitoes have even played a surprising role in crime solving. In Finland, police cracked a car theft case using a mosquito. When investigating the stolen vehicle, they discovered a mosquito trapped inside, which contained blood that could be analyzed for DNA. This bit of evidence led investigators right to the thief, proving that tiny creatures can make a big impact. It's a shocking reminder that something as small as a mosquito can connect to much larger stories in our lives. So the next time you swat at one of these pesky bloodsuckers, remember that they might have a tale of intrigue waiting to be uncovered. Let's uncover the truth about sleeping insects. On average, people consume around 70 assorted insects and about 10 spiders while sleeping throughout their lifetime. This may sound shocking, but it's true. While you doze off, tiny critters can wander into your mouth without you even realizing it. These insects often include common ones like ants and beetles, which might find their way into your bedroom, especially if you're sleeping outside or in unsealed spaces. The good news is that if you accidentally munch on these little guys, they are generally harmless. Many cultures even celebrate insects as nutritious snacks. So next time you tuck into bed at night, remember that you might be sharing your dreams with some unexpected guests. Who knows what adventures you might be dreaming of while consuming these tiny delicacies? Did you know American POWs were near Hiroshima? For many years, it was a well-kept secret that some American prisoners of war were held in the vicinity of Hiroshima when the atomic bomb was dropped in 1945. This shocking fact highlights an often overlooked chapter of World War II history. After Japan's surrender, reports emerged that American soldiers were captured and imprisoned near this major historical site. The severity of their situation was compounded by the fact that they experienced the devastating effects of the atomic explosion. These POWs endured not only the horrors of war, but also the unimaginable aftermath of a nuclear bomb, making their story both heartbreaking and crucial to understanding the war's impact. Why have these men and their experiences remained largely in the shadows of history? Did you know John Adams was the first White House president? This momentous occasion took place in 1800, when Adams became the first leader to reside in the newly constructed building in Washington, D.C. Before this, the U.S. government was operating in Philadelphia. The move to the White House symbolized a new chapter for the nation and showcased American ambition and growth. Interestingly, Adams wasn't alone in this historical moment. His vice president was none other than Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson, who would later become the third president, played a crucial role during this period, helping to shape early American policy. The transition from Philadelphia to the White House also marked a shift in how the people viewed the presidency. By establishing a permanent residence in D.C., Adams and Jefferson set the stage for future leaders to call this grand building home. This evolution signified the unity of the new nation and its commitment to governance. Can you imagine the excitement during that time? Believe it or not, a landmark surgery faced serious challenges. In 2016, surgeons successfully performed the world's first penis transplant in South Africa, marking a huge breakthrough in medical science. This surgery aimed to help a patient who had lost his genitals due to a traumatic injury. However, just 2 weeks after the groundbreaking procedure, the transplant was reversed. The recipient and his wife reported experiencing severe psychological issues, struggling to cope with the emotional impact of the surgery. Despite the initial excitement surrounding the operation, the couple ultimately decided that the psychological toll outweighed the benefits. This case highlights the complexities of organ transplantation, where physical health advancements must also consider mental well-being. It raises important questions about the intersection of science and psychology in improving lives after trauma. How do we support both physical and mental health in such situations? Is it really true that a computer beat a chess champion? In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer made history by defeating the reigning world chess champion, Garry Kasparov, in a series of matches. This marked a groundbreaking moment in the world of artificial intelligence, as it was the first time a computer triumphed over a human champion in a complete chess game. Deep Blue was no ordinary computer. It was specially designed to calculate millions of possible moves per second. While Kasparov was a seasoned player known for his strategic thinking and deep understanding of the game, Deep Blue relied on its ability to analyze vast amounts of data and evaluate patterns. This monumental victory sparked debates about the role of machines in human endeavors and posed questions about the future of AI. Could we be witnessing the dawn of a new era where computers not only assist us but also challenge our most talented minds? Here's a wild fact about fuel tanks in Bisful. The introduction of the fuel tank in the 19th century marked a turning point in how communities functioned, particularly in the small town of Bisful. Before this innovation, transport relied heavily on horse-drawn carts and simple wooden vehicles. However, as fuel tanks became more common, people started to see a shift in daily life. The ability to use fuel-powered engines made transportation quicker and more efficient, leading to an economic boom. Commerce thrived as goods could travel further and faster, helping businesses grow and flourish. Additionally, this technological leap sparked population growth in Bisful, as more jobs were created in industries reliant on motorized transport. Families were drawn to the area for work, boosting the town's population and fostering a vibrant community. The fuel tank didn't just change how people moved, it transformed the very fabric of society. Can you imagine how different life in Bisful would have been without this critical advancement? Did you know North Korea has a space program? Despite its secretive reputation, North Korea made headlines in 1998 when it attempted to launch a satellite that failed to reach orbit. This ambitious move marked the beginning of its controversial space endeavors. Since then, the country has tried 4 more launches, with the latest one occurring in 2016. North Korea proudly announces that all its launches are successful, but the reality is a bit more complicated. Out of the satellites launched, only 2 managed to enter orbit, yet both subsequently failed to operate as intended. This raises questions about the true capabilities of North Korea's space technology and how much credibility their claims hold in the international arena. The world watches closely, curious about the motivations behind these launches. Are they meant for scientific exploration, or are they more about showcasing power? As global tensions rise, the implications of such a program could be significant. What will the future hold for North Korea's space ambitions? Believe it or not, oceans host 200,000 viruses. These tiny invisible creatures are among the most diverse inhabitants of our planet's waters. Scientists estimate that there are approximately 200,000 different types of viruses swimming around in the oceans, playing a crucial role in marine ecosystems. Some of these viruses infect bacteria, which might sound bad, but they actually help control bacterial populations and promote nutrient cycling in the ocean. This helps keep our oceans healthy and balanced. Other viruses can target marine plants, influencing the growth of phytoplankton, the tiny powerhouses that produce a significant portion of the Earth's oxygen. This remarkable diversity of viruses showcases the intricate web of life beneath the waves and raises interesting questions about how they impact our environment. What other secrets of the ocean are waiting to be uncovered? Believe it or not, young Henry VI faced a fierce arrow. When the future king led his first battle at just 16 years old, he experienced a moment that would shape his legend. During this intense encounter, he was struck in the face by an enemy arrow. Rather than fleeing in fear or surrendering to the pain, Henry boldly declared that he would rather die than be seen as a coward. This ferocious commitment to bravery not only earned him respect from his fellow soldiers, but also set the stage for his future reign. His determination to protect his reputation was a defining quality that would later help unite England during challenging times. Henry V became known for his charisma and courage, leading his troops in memorable battles and becoming a symbol of resilience. What does this show us about the power of courage and reputation in shaping history? Did you know Alec Baldwin holds a hosting record? The talented actor has graced the Saturday Night Live SNL stage a whopping 17 times, earning him the title of the most frequent host in the show's history. Baldwin first appeared on SNL in 1990, captivating audiences with his unique blend of humor and charisma. His ability to take on various characters, parody public figures, and deliver unforgettable skits has kept viewers laughing for decades. Even during challenging times like political controversies and personal struggles, Baldwin's knack for comedy never wavered. He has particularly made headlines for his impersonations, especially that of former President Donald Trump, which showcased his sharp wit. Fans and critics alike applaud Baldwin for his comedic talents, making him a beloved fixture in late-night television. How do you think his performances have kept SNL fresh and relevant over the years? Did you know gravity can change underwater? Recent studies reveal an astonishing anomaly near Sri Lanka, where the sea's depth dramatically decreases by about 328 feet, 100 meters, due to varying gravitational forces. This unusual phenomenon has sparked the interest of scientists as it challenges our understanding of how gravity behaves in different locations on Earth. Gravity is not constant. Instead, it can fluctuate based on the density of the Earth's materials beneath us. In this case, the area's geological composition is lighter than surrounding regions, leading to this surprising dip in gravity. Imagine standing on a boat in these waters while being aware that the mass below you is affecting your weight. This type of research not only deepens our grasp of Earth's gravitational field, but also contributes to navigation and oceanography. What other secrets might our planet be hiding beneath the waves? Have you ever wondered about life in a fake village? In the Netherlands, there's a unique care home resembling a charming village, complete with imitation shops and restaurants designed specifically for elderly individuals with dementia. This innovative community allows residents to wander freely and interact in a safe, familiar environment. The village is crafted to evoke memories and encourage socialization, making life more enjoyable for those facing cognitive challenges. Instead of being confined to a traditional nursing home, residents can engage in everyday activities, like shopping or dining out, all within this bustling backdrop. This approach not only promotes independence, but also helps reduce anxiety among residents. By blending comfort with care, this Dutch village offers a refreshing perspective on how we support our aging loved ones. Isn't it fascinating how creativity can transform lives? You won't believe this about airplane safety. In emergency situations, airplanes come equipped with a unique system designed to dump fuel from their wings. This procedure is especially crucial when pilots need to land quickly and safely, as it significantly reduces the aircraft's weight. When a plane is overloaded with fuel, the risk of a catastrophic explosion upon impact increases. By jettisoning fuel, pilots are not only lightening the plane, but also increasing their chances of a successful landing. This fuel dumping system is a key safety feature that protects passengers and crew during critical moments. Believe it or not, the process is carefully regulated, and pilots train extensively to perform it smoothly. So next time you think about flying, remember this fascinating detail about safety in the skies. Reducing weight makes a big difference. Here's a wild fact about the first automobile. The Benz patent Motorwagen No. 3, crafted by Carl Benz in 1886, is celebrated as the oldest automobile still running today. This remarkable three-wheeled vehicle is not just a historical relic. It holds the title of the world's first gasoline-powered car. Imagine what it must have been like to drive this innovative machine over 130 years ago. When most were still relying on horses for transportation, Benz's creation paved the way for modern automobiles. Today, you can see this groundbreaking vehicle in action at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Germany, where it stands as a symbol of ingenuity and progress in engineering. The Motorwagen represents a crucial turning point in human history, showcasing how a single invention can transform society. If you ever get the chance to visit the museum, don't miss the opportunity to marvel at this piece of history. Can you even fathom the excitement of being one of the first people to drive a car? Hard to believe, but Starbucks is at CIA headquarters. Nestled in the heart of this secretive government facility lies a hidden gem known as a Starbucks Cafe. This unique location is not on Google Maps, keeping it under wraps from the general public. Why? Because it caters exclusively to CIA agents and staff who are often in need of a caffeine boost while working on classified missions. The cafe upholds strict confidentiality protocols, ensuring that agents can enjoy their favorite lattes and pastries without any worries about prying eyes. Imagine sipping your coffee in a place where decisions affecting national security are made. This unconventional Starbucks is a fascinating blend of everyday life and high-stakes espionage. It reminds us that even in the world of spies, the allure of a good cup of coffee remains strong. So the next time you enjoy a coffee break, think of those agents fueling up in their hidden caffeine sanctuary. Did you know the Amazon River once flowed backward? About 10 million years ago, this mighty river flowed westward, heading toward the Pacific Ocean. Then dramatic geological changes took place, including the rise of the towering Andes Mountains. This monumental shift reversed the river's direction, guiding it to drain into the Atlantic Ocean instead. Today, the Amazon is not only the largest river by volume, but also a vital lifeline for the region, influencing South America's climate and supporting an incredible diversity of wildlife. Its vast basin houses the largest rainforest on Earth, which plays a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide and producing oxygen. The Amazon River and its surrounding ecosystem are essential for our planet's health, making this ancient tale of flow reversal a fascinating part of our natural history. Can you imagine how different things might be if it still flowed west? Discover the eyeworm that lives inside you. The loa, commonly known as the eyeworm, is a remarkable yet troubling parasite that can actually live inside a host's skin or eye for a staggering 10 to 15 years. This tiny creature, which is native to parts of Africa, can cause its host significant discomfort and a range of health issues. Imagine having a worm wriggling in your eye. Symptoms can vary from painful irritation to more severe complications if left untreated. Most people become infected through the bite of a deer fly, which transfers the larvae into the bloodstream. Once inside, the eyeworm can migrate throughout the body. Although it might sound alarming, the good news is that there are treatments available. Awareness and swift medical intervention can help manage the infection and reduce its impact on health. So, how often do you think about the creepy crawlies that could be lurking in our bodies? Prepare to be amazed by the Sheitel's cultural significance. The Sheitel is a unique wig worn by Orthodox Jewish women, rooted in a tradition that emphasizes modesty by requiring married women to cover their hair. This practice stems from various religious beliefs that promote privacy and dignity. Women often wear this stylish accessory to blend faith with fashion, demonstrating their adherence to beliefs while embracing beauty. Interestingly, some women choose to wear a chitli, a type of wig that can add more hair and give an even fuller appearance. This clever workaround allows them to stay true to their customs while still experimenting with their look. The Sheitel represents more than just a piece of clothing. It embodies a balance between cultural identity and personal expression. Have you ever thought about how such a simple item can hold so much meaning? This might surprise you. Batman bin Supermod is real. In Singapore, a man proudly holds the unique name Batman bin Supermod, which certainly catches attention and brings a smile. This humorous name reflects the playful spirit of Singaporeans when it comes to naming conventions. To many, it feels like he stepped right out of a comic book. The name was actually created partly as a reflection of the father's admiration for the superhero Batman, combining it with a whimsical twist. Naming laws in Singapore allow for quite a bit of creativity, and this example shows how people can embrace their individuality and culture. It's fascinating to see how names can carry such personality and humor, which makes our world a bit more colorful. So next time you think of names, remember Batman bin Supermod and consider how a name can tell a story and spark conversation. Could you imagine having a name like that? Here's what actually happens when jukeboxes propose. Some creative individuals have taken marriage proposals to a whole new level by using jukeboxes. This unique method involves programming the jukebox to play a series of romantic love songs right before popping the big question. Imagine the scene: the soft glow of the jukebox lights, the nostalgic crackle of vinyl, and then that perfect love song filling the air as the proposer gets ready to ask their partner to marry them. It's a delightful blend of surprise and sentiment, making the moment unforgettable. This unconventional approach not only stirs emotions, but also brings back fond memories associated with beloved tunes. Whether it's a classic ballad or a contemporary hit, music has a powerful way of connecting people. So next time you're thinking of a proposal, why not let a jukebox serenade your love story? Hard to believe, but Barbra Streisand cloned her dog. In 2017, after the heartbreaking loss of her beloved dog, Samantha, the iconic singer and actress decided to take an extraordinary step. She had her cherished pet cloned, a process that resulted in not one, but two new furry companions named Miss Scarlet and Miss Violet. These pups are genetic replicas of Samantha, crafted through advanced cloning techniques that bewilder many pet lovers. Barbara's decision sparked a lively debate about the ethics and emotional implications behind cloning pets. While some praise the technology for allowing owners to keep a piece of their pets alive, others question whether it can truly replicate the genuine bond shared with an original animal. Nevertheless, Barbara's story shines a light on the lengths people will go to preserve their connection with their furry friends. Does cloning pets open new doors for love and loss? Believe it or not, the Tempog Basarina is misunderstood. Many people wrongly think that this intriguing creature looks like a human being lurking in caves, but that could not be further from the truth. The Tempog Basarina is actually a unique species that boasts its own distinct features. Found in the shadows of caves, these remarkable creatures have specialized adaptations that help them thrive in dark environments. With their elongated bodies and specialized antennae, they are not just another mythical monster. They have traits perfectly suited for cave dwelling. For instance, their lack of pigmentation makes them nearly invisible in the depths of their habitats, an amazing example of nature's creativity. Misconceptions like the human-like image often stem from folklore and stories that get embellished over time. By uncovering the real characteristics of the Tempog Basarina, we can appreciate the true wonders of our planet's biodiversity. So next time you hear about this cave-dwelling species, you can share the real scoop. Why exactly does river monsters thrill fish lovers? The hit television show features expert angler Jeremy Wade, who goes on incredible journeys to catch some of the largest and most mysterious fish in the world. Each episode takes viewers to stunning locations, from exotic rivers to deep ocean waters, where Wade dives into the legends and local myths surrounding these aquatic giants. What sets river monsters apart is not just the fishing, but also the fascinating stories that accompany each catch. Whether it's the terrifying tales of man-eating fish or the scientific insights into rarely seen species, Wade's adventures educate and entertain. He combines fishing prowess with an adventurous spirit, leaving audiences excited and eager to learn more about the underwater realm. His passion for preservation and understanding aquatic ecosystems adds a meaningful layer to the experience, urging viewers to appreciate the beauty and importance of these creatures. So whether you're a fishing fanatic or just curious about the mysteries of the deep, River Monsters offers a captivating blend of thrills and knowledge. Guess what really drives wild horses to stay alert? These magnificent animals have an extraordinary sleep strategy that keeps them safe in the wild. Unlike humans, wild horses can't afford to sleep deeply for long periods due to predators lurking nearby. Instead, they take turns resting, allowing at least one horse to keep watch while the others snooze. This clever system works like a well-oiled team, with some horses napping while others stay vigilant, scanning the horizon for any signs of danger, like wolves or mountain lions. This cooperative behavior not only helps protect the herd, but also strengthens social bonds among the horses. When one horse signals that it's time to rest, others will take their turn, ensuring they all get enough sleep, which is critical for their health and energy. So next time you see a wild horse, remember, behind that calm exterior is a smart and strategic creature, balancing rest with safety. Isn't nature fascinating? What if I told you goat meat causes beards? In Rwanda, there's an intriguing belief that eating goat meat can lead to women developing facial hair, specifically beards. While this idea might sound surprising or even amusing to some, it reflects cultural perceptions surrounding food and gender. Many people believe that certain foods can influence physical traits, and goat meat is often at the center of this claim. However, despite its popularity in Rwandan cuisine, no scientific evidence supports the notion that goat meat causes women to grow beards. In fact, what we know about hair growth is mostly linked to genetics, hormones, and overall health. So the next time you enjoy a delicious goat dish, you can confidently reassure your Rwandan friends that their bearded fears are unfounded. This quirky belief invites us to reflect on how food intertwines with culture and identity, don't you think? Have you ever wondered why keyboards are back? Clicks, an innovative iPhone case, is reviving the beloved physical keyboard era while integrating modern tech. Designed by a team of former engineers from BlackBerry, Apple, and Google, Clicks directly attaches to your iPhone, giving you the option to type on real, clickable keys instead of just tapping on a screen. This can be a game changer for those who find touchscreens less satisfying and want the tactile sensation of pressing keys. Sure, it might feel a tad bulky and comes with a price tag of about $140, but for many, the speed and accuracy of typing on a real keyboard are worth it. Imagine sending messages or writing emails with the same swift ease as you would on an old-school phone. This quirky blend of nostalgia and functionality seems set to draw in tech fans looking for a unique typing experience. Could this be the future of smartphone accessories? Ever thought about why our bones are so strong? Bone is a living tissue that undergoes regeneration approximately every 7 years. This amazing process keeps our skeletons healthy and strong over time. The secret to this regeneration lies in collagen, a vital protein that plays an essential role in maintaining not only bone strength, but also flexibility. When collagen levels are adequate, our bodies can effectively replace old bone with new, which helps prevent injuries like fractures and reduces age-related bone loss. Without enough collagen, bones could become brittle and more susceptible to damage. This cycle of renewing bone tissue is crucial for sustaining our mobility and overall well-being. So when you think about how much physical activity you do or how you take care of your body, remember the incredible role that collagen plays in keeping your bones robust. Isn't it fascinating how something so small can have such a big impact on our bones and health? What if I told you Jane Austen loved baseball? In a surprising twist, this iconic author made a reference to baseball in her writings a full 40 years before the sport was officially invented. This intriguing detail highlights Austen's remarkable insight and ability to foresee cultural trends that would later capture the hearts of many. While Austen is best known for her sharp social commentary and love stories, her witty references showcase a mind attuned to the evolving world around her. Imagine reading one of her novels and coming across a mention of baseball, a game that wouldn't become formally recognized until the mid-19th century. This doesn't just make her a talented novelist. It frames her as a cultural visionary, someone who could predict what would spark joy and interest in future generations. So, what else might we discover about Austen's foresight in literature? Ever thought carrots could turn your skin orange? It's surprisingly true that consuming large amounts of carrots can lead to a condition known as carotenemia. This happens because carrots are packed with beta-carotene, a pigment that gives them their vibrant color. When you eat too many carrots, the beta-carotene begins to accumulate in your body and can tint your skin an orange hue. This condition is generally harmless and usually goes away after reducing carrot intake. It's a fascinating example of how our diet impacts our appearance, truly illustrating the old saying, "You are what you eat." While most people need to eat an overwhelming amount of carrots for this to happen, think about several pounds each day. It's a good reminder of how important moderation is in our nutrition. So while carrots are healthy and delicious, it might be wise to balance them with other colorful veggies. Have you ever noticed this unexpected skin change from your favorite snacks? Uncover the fascinating Menine ritual in Indonesia. This extraordinary tradition, practiced by the Toraja community, involves exhuming deceased relatives to honor them. During the Menine ceremony, families carefully cleanse and dress their loved ones, often refurbishing coffins to show deep respect and love. This heartfelt act isn't just about remembering the dead. It reinforces bonds within the community and connects the living with their ancestors. The Toraja people believe that by caring for their relatives, even after death, they keep the spirit of their loved ones alive. The ritual often attracts friends and family from afar, turning it into a vibrant celebration filled with music, food, and joyous storytelling. It highlights the importance of relationships and the value of remembering those who came before us. While many may find the practice unusual, for the Toraja, it is a profound expression of love, devotion, and connection to their heritage. What do you think about honoring the past in such a unique way? Hard to believe, but baseball's origins are a mystery. Many people think that Abner Doubleday invented baseball in 1839, but the truth is a lot more complicated. This popular belief became widespread in the early 1900s, largely to create a heroic backstory for America's favorite pastime. Interestingly, there is no solid evidence supporting Doubleday's claim. Baseball actually evolved over time from British games like rounders and cricket. By 1845, Alexander Cartwright played a crucial role in shaping the sport's modern rules, laying the groundwork for the game we know today. Historians now agree that baseball emerged gradually, developing through the contributions of many players and communities rather than through the efforts of a single individual. So, while the story of Doubleday is captivating, it's important to recognize that baseball's journey has deeper roots in a mix of cultures and traditions. Is it really true that Washington never lived in the White House? While most people think of George Washington as the first president of the United States, many are surprised to learn that he never actually lived in the iconic White House. During his 2 terms from 1789 to 1797, Washington mainly resided in Philadelphia and New York City. At that time, the White House was still just a plan on paper, and construction only began in 1792. By the time the building was completed in 1800, Washington had already retired. Interestingly, the White House was designed by James Hoban, blending neoclassical architecture with the needs of a new nation. In fact, when John Adams became the second president, he was the first to occupy this symbol of American democracy. Can you imagine the new president walking through halls that had just been built, knowing the history that would unfold there? Did you know Israel uses muzamman for the afterlife? This intriguing tradition plays a vital role when it comes to parting the soul from the body at the moment of death. In the muzamman tradition, which is rich in cultural significance, the act of anointing is seen not just as a ritual, but as a sacred responsibility that touches on cosmic themes. Participants believe that this anointing helps guide the soul on its journey, offering comfort and clarity during a time of profound change. Many view this process as a necessary step that reflects a deep respect for both the living and the spirits moving on. The tradition stretches beyond mere symbolism. It's an integral part of how families cope with loss and honor their loved ones. Each step in the anointing ritual is performed with great care, showcasing intricate customs that have been passed down through generations. This practice raises fascinating questions about our beliefs surrounding death and the afterlife. What do you think about the significance of such rituals in our understanding of life beyond? Let's uncover the truth about supergonorrhea. Supergonorrhea is a drug-resistant version of the gonorrhea infection, and it's becoming a serious health challenge. This nasty strain has evolved to resist many of the antibiotics that doctors commonly use to treat it, meaning that just when we thought we could handle this sexually transmitted disease, it's fighting back harder than ever. Health officials are raising alarms, warning that our overuse of antibiotics is creating these so-called superbugs, which could lead to bigger health crises in the future. Since gonorrhea is already a widespread infection, the emergence of drug-resistant strains raises concerns about public health. If these infections can't be treated effectively, it might lead to complications like infertility or increased transmission rates. So what does this mean for us? We'll need to be more responsible with antibiotic use and practice safer sex to combat this growing problem. Did you know tennis rackets are strung by hand? When you watch a thrilling tennis match, you might not think about the craftsmanship behind the rackets used by the players. Surprisingly, every single tennis racket is strung manually because there are currently no machines that can replicate the delicate process. This involves threading durable strings through the racket's frame, which affects how it responds to every hit. Stringing a racket isn't just about the tension, it's also about the player's unique style and preferences. Some players like a tighter setup for more control, while others prefer a looser string bed for power and comfort. The skill and experience of the stringer can dramatically influence a player's performance on the court. So next time you see a powerful serve or a mind-boggling volley, remember the human expertise behind that well-strung racket. Did you know bumper cars were meant to avoid collisions? Surprisingly, these funfair favorites were originally designed with a very different purpose in mind. The first patent for bumper cars was filed in 1920 by a company named Dodge M. Rather than promoting chaotic crashes, they aimed to create a game focused on collision avoidance. This unique design featured cars that fell apart upon impact, which made it essential for players to navigate carefully to avoid wrecks. Over time, the concept evolved, and people began to embrace the joy of bumping into each other, leading to the bumper cars we know today. While modern bumper cars are built to withstand impacts, the initial idea was all about skill and finesse. Picture a world where riders tried to dodge each other instead of colliding. It's fascinating to think how a game designed for caution turned into a crowd favorite, centered on playful crashes. Next time you hop in a bumper car, remember its origins and the unexpected path that brought such joy to amusement parks everywhere. Have you ever wondered why kids go wild? The answer might lie in their sugar intake. Excessive sugar consumption in children can create a wild burst of energy, often likened to the behavior of caffeinated raccoons. When kids consume too much sugar, they experience a rush, making them hyperactive and erratic in their actions. This sweet energy can turn them into little bundles of chaos, bouncing around and unable to sit still. However, this burst of energy is usually followed by a dramatic crash, leaving them exhausted and sometimes in tears over the smallest things. Imagine a child who just moments ago was running and laughing, suddenly sobbing over a toy. This cycle is not only tough for parents to handle, but can also affect a child's mood and behavior throughout the day. Reducing sugar intake can help stabilize their energy levels and promote a calmer, more balanced behavior. Isn't it fascinating how something as simple as sugar can impact our little ones so much? Most people don't know this about Napoleon. After ruling much of Europe, Napoleon Bonaparte faced a stunning twist in his life when he was exiled to the tiny Italian island of Elba. In 1814, following his defeat in the War of the Sixth Coalition, the powerful leader found himself stripped of his throne and shipped off to this remote location, which is only about 13 square miles. Despite the idyllic scenery, life on Elba was a stark contrast to the opulent palaces he had inhabited as emperor. Here, Napoleon had to adjust to a quieter existence, surrounded by just a few hundred residents. Interestingly, he didn't waste this time completely. He initiated various reforms on the island, including improvements in infrastructure and local governance. However, his passion for power remained. Just a year later, he escaped Elba and returned to France, where he briefly regained control before facing ultimate defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. This period of exile remains a pivotal moment in his life and history. Believe it or not, male gorillas eat 40 pounds daily. These gentle giants primarily feast on leaves, stems, fruit, and bamboo, showcasing a surprisingly vegetarian diet. Imagine a creature weighing up to 400 pounds, munching on massive amounts of greenery each day. Their hefty appetite helps maintain the balance in their ecosystems. As gorillas eat, they disperse seeds from the fruits they consume, which promotes plant growth in their habitats. This crucial role supports biodiversity, allowing various plant species to thrive. While they may look intimidating, these herbivores are known for their peaceful nature and strong family bonds. Male gorillas usually act as protectors for their groups, ensuring safety against predators. Sadly, many gorilla species are endangered, primarily due to habitat loss and poaching. Understanding their diet and role in the ecosystem can help us protect these amazing animals. So next time you think about gorillas, remember that they're not just big, they play an essential part in keeping their environment healthy and thriving. What if I told you Dakota has no voter registration? In a surprising twist, Dakota is the only state in the United States where citizens can step into the voting booth without registering beforehand. This unique setup makes it incredibly easy for residents to cast their votes, encouraging more people to participate in the democratic process. Imagine being able to head to the polls on Election Day, showing your ID, and voting right then and there. This simple system not only facilitates greater access to voting, but also aims to reduce barriers that might discourage participation, such as complicated registration processes. It opens the door for individuals who may have missed deadlines or those who have moved recently. By eliminating registration requirements, Dakota showcases a refreshing take on voter accessibility. Do you think more states should adopt this approach to empower their citizens to engage in elections? Can giraffes' long necks do more than reach trees? It's fascinating to think that giraffes evolved their towering necks primarily to munch on those high-up leaves where food competition is low. With their incredible height, they can feast on the tastiest foliage that most other animals can't reach. But that's not the whole story. Male giraffes also use their long necks for a unique type of competition called necking. During these contests, they swing their necks and bump heads with other males, showcasing their strength and dominance, which is crucial for mating rights. This combination of feeding advantages and social prowess highlights how evolution shapes not just the physical traits of animals, but also their behaviors. So next time you see a giraffe, remember it's not just about being tall, it's also about survival and thriving in the wild. Guess what really drives night rainbows in the sky? These enchanting sights, known as moonbows, appear under unique conditions when bright moonlight meets rainy weather. Unlike daytime rainbows, which you might see during a sunny post-rain moment, moonbows dance across the night sky and require specific criteria to manifest. For starters, the moon needs to be nearly full, casting strong beams of light that can create the colorful arc against a dark backdrop. Additionally, there should be minimal light interference, meaning fewer city lights and clearer skies enhance the chances of spotting this rare beauty. Locations like Skogafoss in Iceland and Victoria Falls in Zambia are famous for their frequent moonbows, attracting nighttime adventurers and photographers alike. If you ever find yourself in one of these magical places on a clear, rainy night, look up. You might just witness the ethereal glow of a moonbow shimmering above. Guess what really drives your tears and nose? The nasolacrimal duct plays a major role in connecting your tear glands to your nasal cavity. When you shed tears, this duct helps drain the excess moisture away, which is why crying often leads to a runny nose. This fascinating pathway is part of what scientists call the lacrimal apparatus, showcasing how our body systems work together in harmony. Imagine this. Every time you experience a strong emotion, like joy, sadness, or even laughter, your body's complex network kicks into gear, producing tears to express those feelings. But where do all those tears go? The nasolacrimal duct ensures that they don't just pool up on your cheeks. Instead, they make a beeline to your nose. This highlights the amazing interconnectedness of our craniofacial structures, where the production and drainage of tears effortlessly intertwine with our respiratory functions. So next time you find yourself crying, remember this remarkable connection and how your body cleverly manages the flow of tears. You won't believe the secret behind Blood Falls. This stunning waterfall in Antarctica has baffled scientists and visitors alike with its striking red color. Found on the Taylor Glacier, the vibrant hue was once believed to be caused by algae or tiny microorganisms. However, recent research has shed light on this amazing natural phenomenon. It turns out that the red tint comes from iron oxide, a mineral that gives rust its characteristic color. This iron-rich water originates from a hidden underground lake that has been sealed off for millions of years, creating a unique environment. As the water seeps out of the glacier and comes into contact with oxygen, it oxidizes, resulting in the eye-catching red shade that flows down the icy cliffs. This spectacular sight is not just beautiful, it also offers valuable insights into life in extreme conditions. Scientists study blood falls to better understand how organisms survive in such isolated and harsh environments, which could inform future research about life on other planets. Isn't nature just incredible? This might surprise you. Whales can sleep with one eye open. Unlike humans, who fully shut down during sleep, whales utilize a fascinating method known as uni-hemispheric slow-wave sleep. This means that while one hemisphere of their brain rests, the other remains awake and alert. Why do they do this? Because these magnificent creatures need to stay aware of their surroundings to breathe, avoid predators, and navigate their vast underwater world. Essentially, the resting half allows them to stay partially aware, enabling them to maintain necessary bodily functions like swimming to the surface for air. Super cool, right? Some species, like dolphins, also practice this technique. So next time you think about how whales sleep, remember that they're not dozing off completely. They're always half awake, making sleeping a unique survival strategy in the ocean's depths. Did you know Dr. Seuss invented the word nerd? This quirky term first appeared in his 1950 book titled, If I Ran the Zoo. Dr. Seuss crafted imaginative stories that sparked creativity, and the word nerd quickly caught on, capturing the essence of those who are deeply passionate about their interests, often in the realms of science, technology, or pop culture. Interestingly, the conversation doesn't stop there. Another fascinating bit of trivia is the hashtag symbol, which most people know as the pound sign on their phones. Formerly known as the octothorpe, this symbol got its unique name from Bell Labs employees in the 1960s. The meaning behind octothorpe is a bit of a mystery, but one story suggests it was inspired by the term octo for 8, representing the 8 points of the symbol, while thorpe could refer to an athlete, or possibly a joke about a sports complex. Together, these terms reflect the power of language and how playful expression can evolve, making our communication richer. Isn't it amazing how words shape our culture? Did you know the UK has over 65 million people? This impressive number makes the UK more populated than Canada, Australia, Norway, and Iceland combined. Imagine all those voices and faces. It's a vibrant tapestry of cultures and communities. The UK is home to bustling cities like London, known for its iconic landmarks and diverse population, as well as quaint villages nestled in stunning countryside. With such a large population, the UK faces unique challenges, including housing, transportation, and healthcare. However, this combination of people also brings about incredible creativity and innovation. From the arts to technology, the rich variety in backgrounds fuels progress and change. Understanding the dynamics of such a populous nation can help us appreciate its role on the global stage. What do you think it's like to live in such a lively, diverse environment? What if I told you snakes only eat meat? Snakes are fascinating creatures and are known as obligate carnivores, meaning their diets consist exclusively of other animals like rodents, birds, and even other reptiles. Unlike humans who can munch on both plants and animals, snakes have evolved to survive solely on meat. Their bodies are specially designed for this lifestyle. They have highly flexible jaws that allow them to swallow prey whole without the need to chew. Imagine gulping down a meal the size of your head. Once they've swallowed their food, their unique digestive systems kick into gear, breaking down their meal over several days. This ability to consume whole prey serves them well in the wild, where they can go long periods without eating, absorbing nutrients from each meal efficiently. So next time you see a snake, remember, it's a true meat lover. Did you know sandwiches have strict definitions? According to the USDA and FDA, there are specific rules that define what makes a sandwich a sandwich. For a closed sandwich, which is the kind we most commonly think of, it must have at least 35% cooked meat and no more than 50% bread. This means that the filling should be substantial enough to ensure we're biting into something meaty rather than just bread. On the other hand, open sandwiches, think of those delicious open-faced creations, require at least 50% cooked meat to fit the definition. These regulations help standardize how we view this beloved food item, ensuring that when you order a ham sandwich, it meets certain tasty criteria. Isn't it fascinating how these guidelines shape our culinary experiences and the way we enjoy our favorite meals? Ever thought about the moon's one side? It's fascinating that the same side of the moon always faces Earth. This phenomenon is due to a unique event called synchronous rotation, where the moon takes just as long to spin on its axis as it does to orbit our planet. Because of this, no matter where you are on Earth, you'll always see the same lunar face. The hidden side, often called the dark side of the moon, actually receives sunlight just like the visible side. It's simply hidden from our view. Astronauts from the Apollo missions were the first humans to see this mysterious side during their lunar explorations. The shielded part of the moon is full of captivating features like rugged mountains and large impact craters, but it's never directly observable from Earth. Isn't it amazing to consider how such a familiar object in our sky holds a secret side that only a few have seen? So next time you admire the moon, think about that hidden world waiting in the shadows. Ever wondered how much power a horse generates? A single horse can produce around 15 horsepower, which is actually a measurement of energy equal to about 746 watts. This fascinating term, horsepower, was first coined in the late 18th century by the Scottish engineer James Watt. He wanted to find a way to market his steam engines by comparing their strength to that of horses, which were commonly used for heavy lifting and transportation at the time. Watt estimated that a horse could turn a mill wheel or lift a heavy load consistently without tiring, and thus he created the horsepower unit to showcase the impressive power of his engines. Today, when we hear horsepower, we often think of cars and machines, but it all started with those hard-working horses. Can you believe how one animal's strength helps shape our understanding of power? Ever thought about why traffic accidents remain deadly? In the United States, approximately 13,300 people lose their lives in traffic accidents each year, which is a staggering number. This figure underscores the persistent safety challenges we face on our roads. The peak of fatalities occurred in 1978, with 9,400 deaths, drawing attention to serious concerns in the transportation industry. Over the decades, we've seen advancements in vehicle safety features and stricter regulations, yet the death toll has remained alarmingly high. Distracted driving, speeding, and impaired driving continue to contribute to these tragic incidents. Despite ongoing efforts to improve road safety, including public awareness campaigns and technological developments like automatic braking systems, the fight against traffic-related fatalities is far from over. It's vital that we collectively raise awareness and take action, asking ourselves what more can be done to protect lives on the road. You won't guess who inspired the iconic Rocky. The film Rocky, released in 1976, is actually based on the incredible true story of Chuck Wepner, a local boxer from New Jersey. Chuck was a working-class hero who, despite being the underdog, stepped into the ring with the legendary Muhammad Ali. In an event many thought would be a quick knockout, Wepner stunned everyone by enduring an impressive 15 rounds against Ali. This fight was more than just a bout. It was a testament to heart and determination. The filmmakers saw Chuck's grit and resilience and crafted Rocky Balboa, a character who captured the spirit of fighting against all odds. Rocky not only became a beloved figure in cinema history, but also inspired countless people by demonstrating that even the most unlikely contenders can achieve greatness. So the next time you watch Rocky, remember it's inspired by a real-life story of courage. What a journey! Why exactly does an owl hoot so much? The hoot of an owl is more than just a haunting sound in the night. It's a vital part of how these fascinating birds communicate. Research shows that owls hoot primarily to share messages with fellow owls. This vocalization helps them establish their territory by marking their domain, which is crucial for their survival. When an owl hoots, it's like announcing, "I'm here! This is my space!" This not only alerts other owls to their presence, but also discourages any potential intruders. If another owl hears the hoot and realizes they're stepping into someone else's territory, they might think twice about coming closer. Moreover, the pitch and rhythm of each hoot can convey different meanings, showing excitement or signaling a warning. Understanding these calls helps researchers and bird enthusiasts appreciate the complex social lives of owls. Let's explore how Christopher Robin inspired Winnie the Pooh. In 1920, A.A. Milne named his son Christopher Robin, a choice that would wonderfully shape the world of children's literature. This name didn't just represent a typical father-son bond. It blossomed into a captivating character in the enchanting Winnie the Pooh stories. Milne's experiences as a father fueled his imagination, helping to create a whimsical universe filled with lovable characters like Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore. These tales resonate with readers of all ages, capturing the sweet essence of childhood adventures and friendships. Imagine how a simple name transformed into a doorway for children to explore their own imaginations. Milne's storytelling shows us that personal moments can turn into magical narratives that live on for generations. Each story invites us to cherish our own childhood memories while experiencing the joy, innocence, and fun from the 100-acre wood. So what role does your childhood play in the stories you tell? Let's uncover the truth about ant sleep. Did you know that ants enjoy their own version of rest? On average, these tiny creatures sleep for nearly 4 hours and 50 minutes each day, but it's not like the cozy slumber we know. Ants take short naps, often lasting just 1 minute at a time. This means they're constantly on the move and alert, ready to take care of their busy colony. You might think that with such quick naps, they would always be tired. However, this unique sleeping pattern allows them to stay vigilant against any threats and to quickly respond to the needs of their queen and fellow ants. Each species of ant has its own habits, but many share this fascinating trait. So next time you see an ant scurrying about, remember, it might just be waking up from a quick nap. Experience a luxurious fragrance that lasts all day. Imagine a 3-liter bottle crafted from beautiful Murano glass, designed not just for looks but to hold a captivating scent. This unique fragrance isn't your average perfume. It promises an unforgettable sensory experience, lingering on your skin for up to an impressive 12 hours. Murano glass, known for its rich history and craftsmanship from the Venetian islands, ensures that each bottle is a work of art in itself. When you apply this perfume, you're not just wearing a scent, you're embracing a luxurious experience that transforms your day. Picture walking into a room and immediately attracting attention as the delightful aroma envelops you and those around you. Whether you're heading to a special event or just want to feel fabulous every day, this fragrance adds a touch of elegance to your routine. It's like having a magical charm that keeps you feeling fresh and delightful all day long. Are you ready to treat yourself to this sublime scent? Meet Missy the cow, a $1 million dairy superstar. Missy is not your average cow. She's a remarkable dairy powerhouse valued at an astounding $1.2 million. Producing 50% more milk than her fellow herd members, she boasts elite dairy genetics that put her in a league of her own. Imagine a celebrity in the bovine world, and you've got Missy. Farmers and dairy producers are always on the lookout for cows like her, as they significantly boost milk production and efficiency. Each day, Missy's contributions help support local economies and provide nutritious milk for families. Her genetics are so impressive that they might be used for breeding future high-performing dairy cows, ensuring that her legacy could live on for generations. Who knew one cow could make such a massive impact on the dairy industry? With Missy leading the way, the future of dairy farming might just be brighter than ever. Is it really true that the sun and moon match in size? This fascinating fact comes from an incredible cosmic coincidence. The sun is about 400 times larger than the moon, yet it's also roughly 400 times farther away from Earth. Because of this amazing balance, the sun and the moon appear to be almost the same size when viewed from our planet. This alignment is responsible for the spectacular event known as a total solar eclipse, when the moon passes directly in front of the sun, completely covering its brilliant disk. Imagine the excitement when, for a brief moment, day turns into twilight and the stars peek out. During a total solar eclipse, you can even see the sun's corona, a beautiful halo of plasma that surrounds it, shining more brightly than ever. It's a rare and awe-inspiring sight that reminds us of the wonders of our universe. Have you explored the vibrant AS cultural scene? The AS is a fascinating melting pot of cultures, brimming with entertainment and social activities that capture the essence of its diverse population. From lively music festivals to art exhibitions, there's always something happening that invites everyone to join in. This cultural landscape is not just about fun, it showcases the varied interests of people from different backgrounds, making it rich and dynamic. Whether you're attending a local theater performance, enjoying street food at a bustling market, or participating in community events, you'll see how much pride residents take in their heritage and creativity. Additionally, the blend of traditional and modern influences creates an exciting atmosphere where old customs meet new ideas. It's this variety that fosters connections among people, enriching their social interactions. So next time you're in AS, dive into its cultural offerings. There's a whole world waiting to be explored. Are you ready to discover what makes AS so unique? Have you ever wondered why the Leaning Tower leans? This iconic structure in Pisa, Italy, wasn't meant to tilt at all. During its construction in the 12th century, builders soon discovered that their foundation was poorly designed, made from soft clay, sand, and even shells. This unstable mix couldn't hold the weight of the heavy marble they were using, which caused the tower to start tilting as the ground shifted over time. As the tilt became more pronounced, various attempts were made to stabilize the tower. Engineers have tried everything from adding counterweights to removing soil from one side of the foundation to prevent collapse. Remarkably, today's careful engineering keeps the famous lean intact while ensuring the structure remains safe for visitors. It has become a beloved global symbol, attracting millions who come to marvel at its peculiar stance. The Leaning Tower of Pisa teaches us lessons in engineering and history while reminding us of the importance of a good foundation.